right, then I believe too. And with that, there's only one thing left to say. Let's rev it up!
Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, I want to cover some things because sometimes some of you might have this issue of how to outplay and how to, like, I say this a lot, like, manage your cards properly, manage your hand, because if you manage your resources properly and correctly, you can get the most and the best outcome out of them. And in this case, you look at your hand and you see what is the one thing that you want to make sure goes off. And in my case, it's brilliant, because brilliant's gonna give me multiple factors in the double summon, and it's gonna give me another 4, which is trick clown. So that's gonna extend my play. But like me knowing that what decks are popular right now, and you have to be aware that back row, the first thing that comes to mind is Paleo, or like some type of stun barrier, like barriers. But you don't really think about that. I'm thinking about Paleo, because that's like, oh, that's the most popular decks that people are playing. So you have to keep in mind that they have that MST Paleo guy, the Karma Cut one. So if they Karma Cut this, then I'm gonna be left with just a Garnet and all this, and I don't really want that. So I want to make sure I keep that and just put pressure, because assuming they have barrier or strikes, and they have like the Book of Moon, it won't really do anything. So, and if they ever like decide to like chain their traps, and then have Maxi for that. So you want to just be poking with this in this situation. This is the best way to play around it. So you just summon this, attack, get some damage in, keep minimizing his life points so they can feel the pressure whether to use strike or not. Because like that's a lot of that, like when you know life points, they think about it. Oh damn, you know, unless they have no choice. But this is the best case scenario. So then you just summon and just attack, and just because there's not much of a threat. And if they end up using something on him, then you have your brilliant still, and you have Maxi to get advantage of it. And right here, sometimes majority of you would just like Twin Twister right away, but you don't really want to do that, because like you want to force out back row. That's what you want to do. You want to force it out, because this is not your key play. Your key play is brilliant. So let's say right here, right? I'm assuming they're gonna strike this, or they're gonna do something to the synchro, because they know that they can activate when I attack. So I'm gonna just keep beating them. So they're gonna have to do something. And in this case, the strike was set off. So that leaves me open to use Twister now. So that's gonna leave him with one trap, and depending on whether you see what you can accomplish, then you go for it. But I kind of didn't want to do much, because like if I it wouldn't really give me much. It would just give me the rank 4. So I needed to wait for this scenario. I needed to wait for a Trap Tricks monster to be able to synchro with or exceed with, because if I just used it back then, this is what I meant, setting up for this, and that's really, really cool. It just cuts off his Paleo completely. Luckily it paid off, and most of the time it's just assuming and hoping for the best, because you're not sure. Nothing's guaranteed, so you can't look at it like if it was chess. Like, I know a lot of players think that it can be like chess, but it's to an extent. Because like with chess, you have the board. You can see the entire board, and all it comes down to is whether you can see the play your opponent's trying to make, and at the same time you have to make sure that you can make your play while taking advantage of knowing their play, if that makes any sense. Like, what I mean by that is, like, okay, understanding that you know what they have, and you have to find a way to play around that and still come out on top. That's pretty much the whole idea of it. And in Yu-Gi-Oh, as much as a lot of people think it's like that, it's not. And that's where a lot of people get it wrong. So you have to keep, like right here. This is what I mean by an example. In Yu-Gi-Oh, you have your 5 cards and you reveal them to your opponent, and then that's how they know how to play against your type of deck, or they know how to strategize against you. But you have your hand hidden, so that's what makes it very different. as much as most people think that it can be skillful, it is to a point. If all cards are on the table and you're aware and you are familiar with the deck that you're playing against, that's when it comes like really skillful, because you have nothing to hide. But everything else, if there's like one card hidden, that makes it a mystery, and that's what makes it fun, because you don't know, like you really don't know, and either you know that if they do something, you can capitalize on it, but they don't know that, and that's what makes it really interesting. And I think that's why this game is the way it is. Okay, but back to how to outplay and knowing what to manage and what not to manage, because me knowing that I'm playing against Pendulum, this is my ace. This beast right here is holding them back. So I have to assume that they have a strike. Like that's the only way I would lose, if they have a strike. So I have to force out the strike, and that's what I'm going to do. But not yet. You have to, like, you know that metaphors don't play mirror forces, so you have to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna go put some damage in and put some pressure. So like, let's say he does strike me, then I would make him lose more life points than if I were to just synchro now and then attack over this with beast, and he'll still be a fool. Whereas if I just attack and see, like, it's just put instant pressure, and then now I go for the force. I mean, of course I could have gone into Diamond Dire Wolf and just pop a random card, but I think he like common sense, they'll risk it. They'll be like, oh, the odds of them hitting my strike. Some players are pretty paranoid, so they just do it anyway. But like good players that I'm not trying to like put anyone down, but like most players, like they'll just do it. But I don't know. But okay, so I really wanted to go off, so that's why I'm gonna go for Trish and not Diamond Dire, because this is gonna guarantee me that he's gonna strike it, because he'll lose 2 cards. He'll lose a back row and his hand, so he doesn't want to do that. So then that's how the strike is gone. So now I eliminate, unless he has 2 strikes, then that's just unfortunate, and there's nothing you can do about that. But that was my best case scenario. That's the best I could have played that particular board. Let me put the deck list in. Alright, so here's the deck list. Okay, so nothing's changed, the same thing. But one thing I have been going back and forth on is Stardust Charge and Barkion, because at first I was playing Barkion, but it didn't seem like as like it didn't come up as much as I'd like. But I think now it's the fact that it's there and it's possible to just go with it through Seraph Knight. It just makes it just really good. Like if you have Bulb and you special it somehow, go Nat Beast, and then you have Seraph Knight, you can just mill it and then go. Then you end up with Nat Beast and Barkion. So I think I'm gonna end up cutting either this or this. Well, I'm not too sure, but I think odds are I'm gonna cut this one because it's a 6, and you can't really go into double 6. So I think the Barkion would be a better option, because I hate it when I would set up my board and then these just set a bunch of traps. I'm like, oh fuck, like damn, no, if I don't have to Twister, then I'm in trouble. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give a like if you did, and thanks for watching.